At a time when everybody thought we're at a crossroad, we do not know what tomorrow will be. But with young men and women like you coming together from the north, from the south, that we have no other country but Nigeria. We have no other place to go to but to stay in our country, which is the biggest country in Africa. If today, God forbid, we have something like what is going on in Sudan, we have no place to go to. So, you must therefore, engage in a peaceful move to settle our problems. Yes, some of us have been involved in the Nigerian project for the past 70 years. At about the age of 25, some of us went into politics. And this country was not a country where one side was more superior than the other side. I remember when I was young in 1951, during the Clifford Constitution, I think, we thought that the Sardana of Sokoto, Alhaji Tafawa Balewa, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, Aminu Kano, they all worked. They have every reason to disagree, but they settled their problems. And I remember, after Clifford, then we had Richard's Constitution. Richard's Constitution tried to show that we are not ready to control our own affairs. And our people kicked against it. When you had the Richard Constitution, our leader said it's an obnoxious constitution. Nigerians were not given place in that government. Then you have the Macpherson's Constitution, whereby the North, the West felt that they were not having enough recognition, which led to Parliament meeting in 1963, where Chief Anthony Nauru moved the motion that we should have independence in 1956. The North said they were not ready, and they said you walk out. Then there was problem in the country. At that time, I remember Chief Obafemi Awolowo sent S.L. Akintola, Chief Akintola, to the North to meet Aminu Kano and others. While he was going, the British Colonial Service heard of it, government heard of it, and stopped him and returned him to Lagos. But the North was ready for him. So at the railway station, they went there, and they did not see the man, but they were very angry. So what happened? They started to beat everybody that was in the place. I remember my friend, Raji Tanko Yaksai, was a journalist at that time, writing for a newspaper called Comment. So, but when they finally got to the town again, they started beating everybody that was Igbo. The very Yorubas they thought they were going to fight wrote in their houses, Yoruba building and so forth. But they later understood themselves. That was brought about the London Conference, where Nigerian independence was discussed. It's good for some of you. I'm sorry. Even the young children who went to university now, they don't know the history of their university. The founder of the university, their own professors, their own is to let me go and study and go. It is only proper for people in this country to know themselves, to know their background, to know where we come from. I don't want to take much of your time. I've just written a book, Brutally Frank, my memoirs. And Julius, sir, can I have a copy of it? I don't want to choose. I've seen enough in this country. As I told you, 70 years. I was a member of the Constituent Assembly, Gawan set up in 1966-67 when there was trouble in this country. For 3 days, there was no government in this country after Ross's death. So, we attended conference. The South, the Eastern region refused to attend. But we took a decision that Nigeria to survive, for Nigeria to survive, we must have a federation where each region manage their own affairs at its own pace. But there would be mutual understanding among the regions. And whatever is produced in your own region, you take 50% of it. 20% goes to the federal government. 30% will be shared again among the 3 regions. Both the West and the North were very buoyant. The Granite Pyramid in Kano, the cocoa farms in Ibadan and other places were products that were very highly priced. So they took the 50%. So they were wealthy. Awolowo was able to introduce free primary education in 1956. He brought television in 1959 to the West, not to the whole of the Western region. We come from Midwest. When he introduced the free primary, that's the only thing we benefited from. So, our people agitated and formed the Midwest movement under the leadership of Dennis Osadebe. That's how we got the creation of Midwest region in 1963, mainly made possible by the Northerners in the government, headed by Tafa Balewa. I've just given you this background to show what Nigeria was. Now, let me say this to you. We have no other country, as I mentioned to you. Anybody who tries to break away from Nigeria, where will they go to? And it's also wrong for anybody to say, if you want to go, go. Are you the owner of the country? To ask me to go? We all will live here and die in this country when God gives it God. Elections have been held in the past, and we had problems with several elections, but we still survived. So 2023 election is not going to be the last election. It's not the election that will break up Nigeria. Let people obey laws of their country. Obey the constitution of their country.